What other structures are located on the slowest moving basins? Structures located in areas with slow-moving tectonic plates or geologically stable basins are generally more resistant to the effects of earthquakes, fault lines, and other seismic events, allowing these structures to remain intact for much longer periods. Some of the most notable places with such conditions include regions on stable continental plates or within ancient cratons, the stable, older part of the continental crust. Here are a few examples of ancient structures located in these slow-moving or geologically stable basins. The Great Wall of China, located in northern China, primarily across the North China Plain and the Loess Plateau. The region is part of the Eurasian Plate, one of the largest and most stable plates on Earth. While there is some tectonic activity in nearby regions like the Himalayas, the Great Wall is situated in an area with minimal tectonic movement. The wall, constructed over many centuries, has withstood erosion and other environmental factors, but tectonic movement has not been a significant factor in its deterioration. Machu Picchu in Peru is located in the Andes Mountains of Peru. The region is part of the South American Plate, which is moving very slowly and is not located near major fault lines or plate boundaries. However, the Andes themselves were formed by the tectonic collision between the South American Plate and the Nazca Plate millions of years ago, creating a relatively stable geological environment over time. The Incas built Machu Picchu on a plateau with minimal tectonic movement in the area, so tectonics has not had a direct impact on the site. Stonehenge, located on Salisbury Plain in southern England. Situated on the stable Eurasian Plate, this region is not close to active tectonic boundaries. The UK is geologically stable, and while there is minor seismic activity, it's not significant enough to cause damage to Stonehenge. The weathering of the stones, not tectonic activity, has been the main factor in the erosion of Stonehenge. Petra, located in the desert of southern Jordan, is built into the mountains. It is situated on the stable part of the Arabian Plate. Although the region experiences occasional seismic activity due to its proximity to the boundaries of the African, Arabian, and Eurasian plates, the area is still relatively geologically stable compared to regions on active plate boundaries. Petra's rock-cut structures have been weathered more by natural elements than by tectonic forces, although occasional earthquakes have affected the area. The Parthenon, located in Athens, Greece, is situated in a region of complex tectonic activity due to the interaction between the Eurasian, African, and Arabian plates. However, the Parthenon itself is located on relatively stable ground in Athens. The city has experienced seismic activity in history, but the tectonic movements in this specific area have been slower compared to regions closer to fault lines. Despite historical earthquakes, the Parthenon has withstood time, with much of the damage from earlier earthquakes being caused by local seismic activity rather than rapid tectonic plate movement. The Colosseum, located in Rome, Italy, is situated in a region that experiences occasional seismic activity, but overall, Italy's position on the Eurasian Plate is relatively stable. The region does have some tectonic forces, but the movement is slow and large earthquakes are infrequent. While the Colosseum has been damaged by several earthquakes throughout history, its location in the slow-moving interior of the Eurasian Plate means that it has not been affected by major tectonic shifts. The Alhambra, located in Granada, Spain, sits on the Iberian Peninsula. This area lies on the stable Iberian Plate, far from major tectonic plate boundaries. As a result, the region experiences minimal seismic activity. Although there is some tectonic motion in the region, it is relatively slow and unlikely to cause significant damage to structures. The Alhambra has survived largely due to its historical significance and preservation efforts, facing minimal tectonic forces over the centuries. Teotihuacan, near Mexico City, is in a more tectonically active region due to its proximity to the boundary of the North American and Pacific plates. However, Teotihuacan itself is situated in a region that is somewhat geologically stable compared to areas closer to major fault lines. While the region does experience earthquakes, the movements are typically slow and have not significantly affected the ruins over time. Despite erosion and looting over the centuries, Teotihuacan has largely withstood the effects of tectonic forces. Angkor Wat, located in Siem Reap, Cambodia, lies on the stable Indo-Australian plate, far from major fault lines or plate boundaries. Cambodia experiences minimal seismic activity, making it a relatively tectonically stable area. Angkor Wat has endured erosion, climate factors, and human intervention, but tectonic activity has not been a significant threat to its structure. The Easter Island Moai statues, situated on Easter Island in the Pacific Ocean, are located on the Pacific Plate, which moves slowly and is far from major tectonic boundaries. While the region does experience occasional seismic activity, the overall tectonic movement is slow and does not significantly affect the island structures. The Moai statues have weathered centuries of environmental wear and tear, but tectonic forces have not been a major contributing factor to their current state. These structures, built in geologically stable regions, have generally experienced slower and less destructive tectonic forces compared to structures located on active plate boundaries. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.